Vipul Majumder over here. I've been a practicing interior consultant and an architect for the last 34 years. I am a business head to Interix, which was formed by me way back in 1987. Since then, I've been doing luxury residential projects, which is 80% of my portfolio, and 20% is corporate offices. Uh, for me, I started seeing art when I was doing my intern under Kavita Kapoor. She was the chief designer to Air India, and that's how where I was exposed to art. Now the office was on the 17th floor of Air India building because she was the chief designer to Air India and she was doing private work under the firm Design Matrix. So I was able to travel with her to all these houses of Rajmata Gwalior. She was doing houses for the Goenka family. She was doing houses for Amitabh Bachchan. It was, all these high-end industrialists. So there I saw the way art was displayed and I started taking up. Actually, I'm a BSc Physics graduate with electronics as my majors. And post that, I jumped into a totally different field. So for me, aesthetics was slowly developed over the years. It was not that, I was born to do interiors or art or anything like that. So coming back to how I select art, it became a challenge because I was not too much into art. I would, design spaces and then leave the accessories and the art to the clients to select. But then when I started seeing good work abroad, I realized that art and other things that make the place more warm, more happy would be the personal touch of the client. So while we started doing our presentations, it was very important to understand the aesthetics of the client, what they would like. And from there, we started taking inspiration and then design mood boards. From that, we would start asking clients, okay, what would be the budget that we should allocate to certain walls in the house. And if they were collectors, then they would say, okay, I have certain amount of art collected by us. We would like to use them, not necessarily in the main formal areas, but we would like to keep it because it is from a past collection or from a travel abroad, or the family had bought it or we have inherited the piece. So we would only change the frames, or I would even do color xeroxes of those things and try and frame them in a different manner and then put it on the walls if the budget didn't permit. But luckily for the last 7-8 years, I've gone into a totally different league of clients where currently I'm servicing Mrs. Chanda Kochar. So I'm doing her due play at CCI, and there she has a budget where we can look at the masters. I completed Adnan Sami's house, and there also there was no budget restriction. So we picked up art where we traveled with the client abroad to Dubai because he was in touch with a gallery at the Dubai Mall and he wanted to pick up few pieces of that caliber only. So the artists were international artists and we picked up art from there which suited the interior that we did. So what I feel while we are designing the spaces, the background has to be made ready so a certain art can come on the wall. I even start taking my clients for certain art shows while the interiors is going on, so at least to educate them on the budget, on what others are buying, whether that would appreciate as an investment, whether it is only to, have it as a conversational piece when they are entertaining. So all these things do, the client do take into consideration while they are buying art. See, one, it should make them happy. So when you go to an art gallery, you see 10 and one painting really connects with you. And that is what, finally makes them, go one step on the ladder to invest in art, which is a little more premium compared to the others, what we have been buying so far. So for me, all these things are important while selecting art. We have an art consultant now. So once our mood boards are ready and if certain budgets have been allocated, then I would pass on those information to the art person and he would accordingly try and get 30-40 paintings from different art galleries to our site. We will hang the paintings We will let the client feel the entire thing for a day, 2 days, and then whatever they select, we would try and give that to them, and the rest would be taken for a very small fee. So it is not that you buy a painting and then you regret, hey, oh, this is not a good choice. So we normally do that. Even Dadi Pandol, when I started my career, he also told me, you take the art to your house. You keep it for 2 days. You see what vibes you are getting. If you like it, you keep it. If you don't like it, please return it. So that is what, early 80s, they used to do that. So this is how I've learned slowly, and of course, she has always been there to, support and guide if required. And most of the galleries do that in Bombay today. They support the architects, they try and get the work to your site. If they feel that the size is a little bigger, smaller, then they would even request the artist to commission a painting for us. So this is how I would be selecting art. Yeah, thank you.